welcome back to my channel. Today is my kids' first day back to school. Now, I've told you if you've seen morning routines, I'm not one of those that's gonna set up a camera, wake up, and pretend like I was sleeping and all that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is piece in all the stuff that happened this morning, then we'll catch back up because I had to get up at 0:30 with my high schooler, and there's not a whole lot of footage from that because it was chaos.
My morning started around 5:15. It was supposed to be 5:30, but I'll get into that in a minute. The first thing is always the animals, and Valera was mad that I wasn't petting her first, and I got to Weasley, and even Voodoo was on the counter. They were all very confused as to why I was awake. But my daughter, she was so excited for high school that she was actually up at like 4:45. She came into our bathroom, turned the light on, blaring, woke me and Connor before our alarms. It was a mess. I'm also making muffins. I'll show you guys those later on. This is the recipe. I get it out of this weird Harry Potter unofficial cookbook thing, but they are so good. And these French toast sticks, the kids have eaten them now 2 days. They love them. I saw them in Publix. I hadn't seen them before. They were really good. But Brianna, she was on the phone with her friend and they were FaceTiming and they were like picking out their outfits and everything. It was so stinking cute. But at the same time, it was 5:30 in the morning and these girls are like having a party on the phone. And I'm like, I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you both are, having fun. But some of us, we were planning on sleeping a little later and we're not that great at being morning people. I'm definitely not a morning person, but because of everything I do and set up the night before, it makes it easier on me. Like all this stuff on the countertop, it was ready to go. I had no muss, no fuss. I've got all the snacks and lunchbox stuff in one spot. And in the mornings, I can just grab it. Like this morning was day 2, and my kids did have the case of the day 2s. None of them wanted to get out of bed. Brianna was not running around crazy excited this morning, was not on the phone call. She was just, it was the case of here is the real school year, and it's no longer first day excitement. Declan didn't want to get out of bed. Gwen didn't want to get out of bed. Now, once they got woken up and they were awake for a while, and we were in the car drop off, Gwen and Declan were both happy, good to go, excited. But yeah, it's the official start of the school year, and that whole syndrome is definitely a real thing. I talk about it later in the video, so I'm going to bring that up. But it was just, yesterday was a great morning. It was interesting. I was not expecting that whole interaction with Brianna the way that it went, so that was a lot of fun. I was expecting a cranky teenage girl having to get up so early, so the fact that she was having such a great time and the other 2 kids were excited, it made it a lot easier. Instead of just here's this crazy bam, summer's over and let's go back into actual straight routine every single morning.
Now that you've seen all that and you already see that I have my coffee, I had my best friend come over. Her son goes to school right down the street from where my kids go. So after she dropped her kid off this morning, she came over, we had the muffins that I was making, coffee, chit-chatted for about a good hour, a little over an hour. Now she's got stuff to do and I've got the rest of my stuff to do. As far as the coffee, if you're curious, it's literally just the Starbucks iced stuff. I wasn't dealing with hot coffee because for one, it's still 90 something degrees here today, but I did go pumpkin. The kids are back in school. I did use a mixture of these two because, it's me. But yes, pumpkin season has started around here, and my muffins are apple cinnamon. Apple, fall, back to school, I don't care. Like, fall is here, y'all. This morning actually went very well, very smooth. Brianna, she was a little crazy because it's freshman year, and she was on FaceTime with another girl that's a freshman at a different school, and the 2 of them, they were like hyping each other up. And here's my outfit, here's your outfit, what are you doing with your hair? Here's my eye makeup, does it look good? It was the cutest thing to witness this morning, watching the 2 of them have that interaction. And then of course, she's starting to run late, so I'm packing her lunch, throwing everything in, filling her water bottle. So when I say it was chaos and you don't have a lot of footage, that's what I mean, is I was literally just trying to keep her on track, because like that whole first week, when they pulled into her school this morning, the line was way out the road. The red light by her school took an extra probably 10 minutes on its own just to get through. It was chaos. My husband was on the phone with me like, she's gonna be late, she's gonna be late. He was freaking out. It was a mess. As far as for me right now, I'm going to switch out the load of laundry that I started last night on delay to run this morning. I've got a load of towels in my dryer I didn't fold yesterday. I've got some dishes to clean up, just some general maintenance around the house. I have a little bit of computer work. The big box of wipes that I bought for Gwen's teacher, I was gonna drop that off this morning, but I forgot completely about the kindergarten boohoo breakfast. So there was so many parents, and I was not gonna stay and get in their way. I was letting them have their kindergarten moment, so I'll drop those off in a few hours. Just thought of the other thing I'm forgetting. I did not figure out yet. My kids, every year on the first day of school, they come home to some kind of special treat. I've done everything from cookies, cake balls, standard cupcakes I bought in the store. I always do something special for that first day back to school. That's why I'm leaving the tablecloth on the table, and I have extra those pencil plates. So I'm gonna put their treat on those, but I still haven't figured out yet exactly what I'm doing for that.
I've already had a request to pencil in morning and PM routines, and I will be doing those probably this coming week, let the whole first week go and get settled in. But luckily, our morning routine kicked right back in, and I'm just adjusting now to the Brianna part of it with the high school. And once I get that settled, our routine is pretty much set. And then the PM routine, we fell off of it when the summer was here, but for some reason last night ran like clockwork, like we were on last year's fall routine, night one. It was absolutely insane to me that it was just that flawless of a night. Gwen, she almost fell asleep at the dinner table. I was kind of expecting that out of her because she's still only first grade, and that first day is very exciting. She was up early with Brianna, so it would not have surprised me if she would have passed out in her plate of dinner. But it was just so crazy to me how it was just everybody, okay, bam, we are back in the school year, we are back in the swing of things, and last night's night routine was almost flawless. So I'm just going to give it this first week, and once I get all that handled, then next week I will film both the morning and the nighttime. But I'm also starting to go ahead and plan my fall clean and decorate, because I like to get it done. Once the kids are back in school, it feels like fall to me. I don't want to be celebrating summer when my kids, they're back in school. So I'm also working on planning that, and hopefully that'll be out maybe next week as well. But since I've been posting every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, it is also a lot easier for me to get them worked out, edited, and posted for you guys.
We destroyed this. I've already picked it up a few times, but some of this is also my husband's stuff from this morning too. But yeah, if you can believe it, it was worse. I'm gonna pause from all the stuff I'm doing around the house, run across the street to Publix, and try and figure out what I'm gonna do for their special treat. I think I've got something in the works. I saw this really cute thing on Pinterest. It was like chip chip hooray, hope you have a good first day, or here's to a great first day, or something like that. But since my kids are getting it after school, I'm gonna change the wording, but I'm still gonna do something 9 times out of 10 with chocolate chip cookies. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know when I get back. We have returned from Publix. This is not everything I grabbed. I also have a baguette to go with dinner tonight. But I was going to bake cookies, and the only cookie dough that was on sale was completely sold out. So I'm not even dealing with that. I got the bakery cookies. I'm going to put some icing in between them, possibly decorate them. I don't know. We'll see as that day goes. And as far as the muffins, if you want to see like texture and everything, there's that for you. I'm going to eat my muffin. I've got my computer set out. I've got some work I got to do on that for editing and everything. So I'm gonna do that for a little while, and then we'll catch back up once I figure out what I'm doing with the cookies or I find some more cleaning projects to do. I got some computer work done, watched a little TV, got some TikTok and stuff like that work done. And I know you guys are gonna tell me, why don't I just relax? And I kind of can't. I'm a little antsy. I wanna know how everybody's first day went, especially my freshman. She'll be home in about an hour, but I had to do some work, so I posted the mop soap, the pumpkin spice. So good. I'm obsessed with that. I also bought the Christmas Spirit because I was afraid that was going to sell out the way the pumpkin does. It's good, but it's not my favorite Christmas smell, but it's good. And then I also talked about this stupid thing because of the chokehold it has on me, and the scent comes out so slowly that I use this thing all the time, and it's still like, I want to say about 7/8 full, but I want to dump this out and put fall scents in it, and it's still too full, so I gotta wait. But that's some of the work I was doing. What I've decided to do is just to keep these simple. I'm gonna put them on my cute little tray.
I'm gonna form them in a little circle, probably put like A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3 on them like I did last year. There will be icing in the middle of them, so it's like a yo-yo cookie. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. And then somewhere I'm gonna put like a paper or a card or something with that cute little saying on it. I'll show you once it's all finished, but that's the plan with these. There's the cookies and the cute little sign. I think it turned out really, really cute, and it's got the ABC back there and the 1, 2, 3. Simple, easy, and the kids are gonna love it. I just forgot something else I needed to do. These weird 12-volt batteries, I didn't even know that. These are the remotes to all the fans in the bedrooms and in the living room, and it takes back here a 12-volt battery. We went to go to bed the other night. I went to touch the remote and turned the light off and the fan on. Well, I turned the fan up first, and then when I went to go turn the light off, it wouldn't work. So sometimes it happens and it's like the kids have pulled on the string. So I went and pulled on the string, did nothing. Pulled the string again, did nothing. Came back to touch the button, wasn't responding. And it took a good like 15 minutes of playing with the buttons for it to slowly kick back in. And I was like, I bet it's the batteries. So I said, forget it. I bought a 5-pack, there's 5 remotes, and I'm gonna change them all. Plus, the other easy thing about doing this all right now and at the same time is I'll remember I blasted it on the first day of school. All 5 have been switched out, so that helps a lot. This afternoon is gonna be Brianna's first trip on a bus, not counting field trips and things like that, but actually being a bus rider. She's always had me being her car rider, but since she's in high school and the times don't work right for me to be able to pick her up and still pick the kids up, she's taking the bus home only in the afternoons. So I'm thinking about taking one of the dogs and walking up to the bus stop and meeting her. Got Brianna from the bus, hung out with her, talked about her day. I took Mako on the walk with me, and the poor baby, his paws look like death. But now it is time. I've got to go get the other kids from school. Tiny kids are home. They're ready for their treat, but Gwen had to pee, and she said absolutely do not eat without her. So we're going to go into this stuff first. She already took everything out of her lunchbox. I got to clean that up. Declan's got everything there, and then water bottles and stuff have already been thrown in the sink. I think I still fill his ice pack. Gwen made a cute little welcome to first grade picture. That's just so cute. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and serve these up to the kids and then see what else I need to do. Using the pencils again. And then the kids were coloring on this morning, so I have them over here for their snack, as well as I'll probably keep it for dinner, just as a little fun activity for the rest of the day. So basically at this point, it's just dinner prep, hanging out with the kids for the rest of the night, and then getting ready to do this whole thing all over again. I joke that the real school year actually begins on day 2 because the first day is so exciting that they really want to go and they want to get out of bed. It's that second or third day where they're just like, they realize that the actual school year has started. So that's gonna kick in either tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning, and I'm not looking forward to that one. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for being here. I really hope your kids have a wonderful school year, whether they've just gone back or they're about to go back in a few weeks. I'm sure it will be a wonderful year for them, no matter what age or grade they are, and I'm hoping it's a nice and easy one on you as well. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, thumbs up, all that, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.